Terralong here for Destructoid, and I'm speaking with Brad Borne. He's working on the game Fancy Pants Adventures.
So I'm the original creator of the Fancy Pants Adventures. Started as a project of mine while I was in college. Made 2 Flash games, and for the 3rd one, we're bringing everything over to the console and just making the best game we possibly can. I've done some work for EA. We made Mirror's Edge 2D, and the reason I started working with them is they were very big fans of the Fancy Pants Adventures, and I kept up with them, showed them my plans for the 3rd game, and they just wanted to see the best game possibly getting made. So the game starts out as a pretty old school platformer. It's really, at the end of the day, the game that I wanted to make. It's a very personal game for me. And we layer a lot of gameplay on top of that. That's very new. The momentum-based gameplay, like for instance, if you're running up a hill and jump, you get that extra boost into the air. And it just has a very deep movement system, so players can really master the controls. We're showing off 4-player now, so you can see how players can compete with each other, they can race, and really show off for each other. And the game's really just about looking awesome. And so when you have 4 other people there, you can, help each other out. You can do really cool tricks together. You can kick each other across the level. Or, you can be a jerk, slide into each other, grab the star for yourself, make sure you get all the squiggles. And we reward that too. We have a very deep reward system. We have tons of hats and tons of different pants. And so if you're the first, you have all the squiggles, you'll be able to get to the one that you want before everyone else. Basically, your sister gets captured by pirates. The simplest explanation.
Somebody's always captured by somebody. Sorry.
If we're tired of people getting captured, she actually gets made the new captain because their previous captain, Captain Rainbowbeard, is very incompetent. And his last order of piratey business was to take over the king's giant bathtub. And that just isn't sinister enough. So there's definitely more to it than someone's kidnapped to go get them. We spent so much time getting the core mechanics right. There's so many different animations, so many different moves. I'd say we have a much deeper focus on that core, and I think because of that, we were able to layer so much more gameplay on top of that. We have races, we have tricks. Snail Shell Golf makes a return from Flash, and doing that with 4 people is frustratingly awesome. Mm-hmm. And we have a lot more gameplay modes that we aren't showing off yet, so definitely stay tuned for that. But I think just the diversity of our gameplay, because of that very tight focus on the core movement, really sets the game apart.
Say it takes to complete the game. You said there are how many levels?
Well, we're not saying just yet, but there's definitely more than World 1 and World 2. Okay. In addition to that, we also have different multiplayer modes. We have challenge levels, so not only do we have more levels, we have levels with very different gameplay from before. And it's going to be, if you're trying to get everything in the game, it's going to be a very, very long game. And of course, with multiplayer and very competitive multiplayer modes, I mean, the game could last forever, really.
What came up with the name Fancy Pants?
And that's a really silly story, I guess, like the entire game. My cousin was making fun of one of his friends and called him Fancy Pants Man. I thought it sounded like a superhero. And one day when drawing a stick figure, I decided that stick figures didn't look right without pants.
It's true, actually. The only clothing that the characters are wearing is pants, and I was playing a character with a chef hat, so.
But they're fancy enough, I think, to make up for it.